And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Winfield High School for HD Media's presentation of high school basketball. Tonight, we should have a good one for you with two teams with legitimate aspirations at the AAA crown. We've got the Ripley Vikings coming in at 11-3 against the homestanding Winfield Generals at 10-2 on the season. Let's check in with the PA announcer and meet tonight's starting lineups. So you may have noticed that the weather has played havoc with everybody's schedule. Ripley comes into this game. This is the first of 4 games they have this week. Winfield has 3 games this week, today, tomorrow, and Friday. So these teams are going to be tested. Their endurance, their conditioning is going to be put to the test as we're about ready to jump things. At the middle for Ripley is 14 Parker Smith and 55 for Winfield Brody Ilderton. The Vikings will control the opening tip, and we are underway here. Matthew Stellato out top for the Vikings. He'll work it around out top. Now underneath to Parker Smith. Smith backs in against Ilderton, and he will lay it up and in for the first points of the game. Full court press here from Ripley. Generals break it down the court is Carter Workman. He'll drop it off to Ilderton. His short jumper won't go. Blake Justice clears it for the Vikings, and quickly Ripley back the other way. Smith drops it to Stellato. 3 from the corner is good. Quick 5-0 lead for the Vikings. And again, the press is on. Generals will get it up the floor. Workman gets it across the timeline. We're going to be charged with a foul. Carter Workman picks up the first foul of this game. 5-0 in favor of Ripley. These two teams met back on January 16th, a 71-69 thriller that the Vikings took on their home floor. Looking to be another one of those barn burners here tonight. Smith drop step underneath, triple teamed, and now stuck, and a whistle. Going to be a foul on Winfield. I didn't catch the player's number. Justice tries a 3. It's not there, but a long rebound collected by Doss out top for Ripley. Justice drives in, out to the corner, now back out top to Parker Smith. He'll drive in against Ilderton. Back out to Justice. Tries to spin. He's collected in the lane, and Ilderton will get the rebound and a whistle, and I believe this is going to go on Justice. So the other Winfield foul was on Owen Jones. That is his first, team second. And now this foul is going to go on Cooper Eastman, number 11. I didn't see 11's not out, or player 1, I'm sorry. Brady McVeigh picks up his first foul. Ripley with a steal. And Winfield still yet to get on the scoreboard here at 5-0. 6 minutes and change to go here in the opening quarter. Ball slapped away from McVeigh. He'll go diving for it at the timeline. We'll collect it for the Vikings. Winfield trying to trap, but they can't get it away. Back to McVeigh. He'll spin at the elbow, lost the handle, and Ilderton comes away with it. Myden Oglesby now with the basketball for the Winfield Generals. A little behind the back as he'll go against Blake Justice coming across the timeline. Now he's hung up on the near sideline, and he's going to be charged with an offensive foul. His first, team's third of this opening frame. Justice to inbound for the Vikings. As McVeigh comes out, Creed Waskey comes in, number 22, for Ripley. Waskey in front of the Winfield bench. He'll drop it into the corner. Works it back out to Smith. Smith will go cross court. Now Waskey will try the other corner. He'll kick it out at the elbow for Doss. 3 is on the way and good from Kyler Doss. 2 for 2 from distance are the Vikings, and it's 8-0. Full court press from the Vikings. Oglesby will get it into the front court. And finally, Winfield's going to have a chance to set up their offense here. 3 minutes into this game. Oglesby contested the basket, dropped it to Ilderton. Contested underneath, he can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Jones. And Owen Jones will reset the offense. Cameron Burks now out between the circles. Shot off the mark for the Generals. And the Vikings can't do anything with it. Back the other way is Workman. He will lay it up off glass, and the Generals are finally on the board. 3.5 minutes into this game. 8-2 in favor of Ripley. Smith at the elbow. Has it slapped away by Oglesby, but he gets it back. Justice and Stellato out top. It is Stellato. Kicks it out to Waskey. His shot is off the mark. Rebound by Workman. Workman coming up the floor. He'll pick up a trap at midcourt. Ilderton into the corner to Oglesby. He's got an open 3, and he drills that one. The Winfield offense comes alive at 8-5. Long pass down the other end. Up and in for Doss, and he'll get the foul. Foul is going to go on Owen Jones, his second. Team's fourth, and that will put Kyler Doss at the line. Try and get 3 the hard way. 3:46 here in the opening quarter. Doss completes the 3-point play. Excuse me. Press from the Vikings. Oglesby working against Waskey, trying to get it up the floor. He'll bring it across the midcourt stripe. Picked up by Smith. Out in the corner to Workman. Workman trying to direct some traffic. Over to Burks. Burks top of the key. Trying to get something going against McVeigh. And McVeigh is going to pick up his second foul of this first quarter, team's second. And that will get McVeigh a seat on the bench. Stellato also out for the Vikings. And checking in. 22-14. Trying to catch numbers here as I can. Workman drops it to Oglesby. Blake Justice back in for the Vikings. Caleb Parsons, number 10, is in for Ripley as well. Ilderton trying to work the block against Smith. Tipped, and we've got a whistle. And that is going to be Parker Smith's first foul of the evening. Team's third here of the quarter. Parker Smith leads the way for the Vikings with just over 14 points a game on average thus far this season. It's a 6-point Viking lead here with 3 to go in the first quarter. Ilderton is going to drop the shoulder, and that's going to get him a charge. That is 5 team fouls for Winfield, and the Generals will put the press on. Down 11-5. Broken by the Vikings, quickly into the front court. Smith thought about a three, now he will launch it, and it's good. Parker Smith has 5 points. And it's 14-5, lead back out to 9. Owen Taylor gets it into the front court to Oglesby. He'll drop it to Workman. Workman misses the layup, but a foul on the floor. Oh, they're going to call goaltending. All right. So Workman gets credit for the bucket. He's got 4 tonight. Driving in is Woski, and he will lay it up and in. His first bucket of the game. Generals quickly beat the press up the floor. Here's Burks with a jumper. It's not there. Collected by Workman underneath. He's trying to get something to go, and now we'll have a whistle. And he's going to go to the line. 2:04 here in the opening quarter. 16-7 in favor of Ripley. Jumped out to an 8-0 lead before the Generals even got on the board. Foul's going to go on Creed Woski. It is his first, team's 4th. So Carter Workman, 4 points already in this game, and at the line to shoot 2. First one's no good. That's probably my fault. I brought it up. Missed them both. And the Vikings will come back the other way with 2 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Stellato into the corner to Justice. Justice will drive in, kicks it out top to Woski. Head fake. Trying to get his man in the air, can't get his shot to go. Ilderton collects another rebound for the Generals. Oglesby across the timeline. Justice is in his back pocket with 90 seconds to go in the quarter, and we've got a whistle. And it's going to be a turnover. And the Vikings are going to get it back. Leading by 9. In this battle of AAA heavyweights here on HD Media Game Day. And Stellato throws it to somebody that's not there. If you're watching with us tonight, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we encourage you to jump in, chat, drop in your comments. Happy to have you along for the ride. My name is Brian Guthrie. Appreciate you being here. We are live in Winfield. Here's Burks with a head of steam. He'll back it back out between the circles. Trying to get a give and go with Ilderton, but Smith closes it down. Burks again around the screen. He'll go baseline. Jumper is well off the mark. Lost out of bounds and going to stay with the Generals. Must have gone off the hand of Doss over there in the corner, and I didn't see it. Now we'll have a substitution for the Vikings as Cooper Eastman will check in, and Parker Smith will get his first break of the game. Oglesby to trigger it in for the Generals out of the corner, and he will go cross court to Workman. Ilderton baseline. Double team. Back out to Workman. Nothing there he likes. Clock winding down, 45 seconds. Here's Workman. He'll drive in. Teardrop. Goes, and a foul. Workman with his third bucket of the quarter, and he'll go to the line to shoot one more. Foul will go on Blake Justice, his first, team's 5th. And Workman has a chance to complete the three-point play. Already 0 for 2 from the stripe this evening. And the jinx continues. Rebound to Ripley. Coming back the other way is Justice. He'll slam on the brakes. Over to Stellato in front of the Winfield bench. He'll bring it back out top. Owen Taylor checks him at the top of the key. Vikings slowing it down. Probably trying to get it down for the last shot of the quarter. Leading by 7. 15, 14, 13. They'll go at 10 here. Stellato still not at where to go. He's going to drive in. Kicks it out for the 3 at the top of the key. In and out, no good. Heave at the buzzer is not close. And that is how the first quarter will end. Ripley leads Winfield 16-9. We're back after this timeout on HD Media Game Day.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Second quarter about ready to get underway with Ripley leading Winfield 16-9. Brian Guthrie here on HD Media Game Day. Glad to have you along for the ride. After the first quarter of action, only 2 generals on the scoreboard. Carter Workman with 6 and Mide Noglesby has 3. For the Vikings, spread around pretty good. Kyler Doss with 6, Parker Smith with 5, Matthew Stellato with 3, and Creed Waskey with 2. The fouls will reset as we head out on the floor. Again, thanks for joining us on both Facebook and YouTube. Remember, you can chat along. You can point out. People love pointing out mistakes the play-by-play guy makes. That's the fun of the internet, right? Owen Jones to trigger it in for the Generals. Ilderton will hand it off to Burks out top. He'll be checked by Waskey for the Vikings. Winfield in green and white. Ripley in blue and black. 3 is on the way from Owen Taylor, and he drills it to start the second quarter with a bang for the Generals. And cuts the lead down to 4. Ripley started this game on an 8-0 run before the Generals even got on the board. Vikings work it around. Doss for 3. That is off the mark. Waskey swoops in for the rebound, kicks it back out. Stellato will shoot the 3. That is too strong. Fight for it underneath, and Smith somehow comes away with it, and a foul on the floor before the shot went up. As 2 generals were fighting for the basketball, and Smith for the Vikings somehow comes out with it. Foul will go on Cameron Burks, his first, team's first of the quarter. Vikings setting up their offense here. Stellato over to Smith. He will drive in, kicks it out to Doss. That's a 3 from the corner. It has been good for them thus far, but knocked out of bounds by Jones on the rebound, and it'll stay with Ripley. Under a minute in here in the second frame. Lobbed out top to Blake Justice. He'll get it over to Parker Smith. Creed Waskey kicks it back out to Smith. He'll slam on the brakes. Now he'll back into the corner to a cutting Stellato, who's got Burks in his back pocket. Generals' defense has tightened up here in the second quarter. Smith will spin on the baseline. He'll draw a triple team. Still trying to do something with it. Out to Waskey for 3. Back iron, rebounded by Doss. And the Vikings keep the possession alive. Here's Smith. That's another strong 3. Finally rebound by Oglesby for Winfield. And they'll come back the other way. And now a travel call in front of the Ripley bench. Owen Taylor shuffled his feet just a little bit. And another unforced error for the Generals. Stellato into the front court. Tuwoski, that three is well off the mark. Owen Jones collects the air ball. His pass is knocked away, and the Vikings create another turnover. Here's Doss. He'll launch the three. That one is in and out. Tipped up and around by Jones, and he will collect it, immediately trapped on the baseline. Got to get somewhere. He'll find some room up the baseline. Front court to Burks. Over to Ilderton. Nice head fake. Lets his man fly right by, and Brody Ilderton has his first bucket of this game. And the lead is down to 2 as the Generals have clawed all the way back. Smith at the elbow. Woski, triple team, lost the basketball, loose on the floor, and we're going to have a whistle. And Ripley will burn their timeout. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break with them here on HD Media Game Day.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
5:39 left here in the second quarter. Ripley has led the entire way, but the Generals have clawed their way back into this one, now only trailing by 2. Again, these teams met back January 16th. A 71-69 win for Ripley at Ripley. Winfield would like to get that one back because these teams are more than likely going to see each other in the postseason. Ripley to inbound underneath their own basket, and that's how they will start their offense. Smith to Stellato out top. Burks checking him there, follows him down the lane. Out to Parsons, who will go cross court to Blake Justice. He'll fire the three. Vikings aren't shy to shoot the long ball, that's for sure. Rebound underneath, put back up and in by Caleb Parsons, his first basket of the game. And a full court press from the Vikings. Inbounded to Burks. Now to Ilderton. Big man will hand it back off to Burks, who will bring it across the timeline. And he will launch a three and nails it. Cameron Burks has his first bucket of the game. Third triple for the Generals tonight. Cuts the lead down to 1 at 4:52. Stellato around the screen from Smith. High off the glass, not there. Ilderton with the rebound. He'll clear it out. Oglesby back to Ilderton at midcourt. Oglesby with a head of steam down the lane. He'll pull it up for the short jumper. Not there. That's Owens cleans it up. And a whistle underneath. Caleb Parsons, number 10, will pick up the foul for the Vikings. His first, team's first of the quarter. Kyler Doss will have a seat for the Vikings. And back in is number 1, Brady McVeigh. Long inbound out top to Ilderton. He'll hand it off to Burks. Here's Oglesby for three. Long three is off the mark. Long rebound for the Vikings. They've got McVeigh all by himself on the other end, and he will lay it up and in. His first basket of the game. Lead back out to 3. Press from the Vikings. Oglesby trying not to get called for a travel here. He'll weave his way through traffic. Heaves a three and up and in. Got the members bounce. His second triple of the game. He's got 6 and we're tied at 20. Vikings back the other way and a rebound by Ilderton off the missed ball and off the hands of Burks. And another unforced error from Winfield. But we are knotted up at 20. Again, this game was an 8-0 lead for the Vikings to start things. Oglesby will have a seat. And Winfield will call their first time out of the game, and we'll take it with them. at 3:47 here in the second. We are knotted at 20 on HD Media Game Day.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
We're tied up at 20 here with 3:47 until the break. Winfield and Ripley, Brian Guthrie and the HD Media Game Day crew. Happy to have you along for the ride. Carter Workman has checked back into the game for Winfield with a lot of cotton shoved up his nose. Apparently has taken a shot to the face at some point. Out of the timeout from the Generals. Parker Smith underneath trying to find some kind of room. Will muscle it up there. Won't go. Rebound Owen Jones. He'll get it over to Workman. Workman up the far sideline. Winfield coach Travis Tarr saying that's a foul, and it is going to be called on Parker Smith, his second, team's second. Checking back in for the Vikings, Kyler Doss will come in, and Caleb Parsons will have a seat. Workman to inbound in front of his own bench, gets it into Burks. Working against McVeigh for Ripley. Trying to get him off balance here. Now Jones will take his time with it out top, back into the corner to Burks. Burks, long three is on the way, and that is off the mark. Ilderton swoops in for the rebound. Back up strong with it, won't go. Workman somehow comes out of there with a rebound. He'll get it to Jones, and Jones took one step too many. It's either going to be a travel or a charge. I'm sure he'll take the travel. Neither team able to collect a whole lot of momentum here in the second quarter. Quickly, Justice for three is off the mark, and Ripley has gone cold from deep after being hot in the first quarter. Press from the Vikings, Ilderton into the front court to Workman. Back out to Burks. Burks thought about the three. Now he'll get it off to Jones. In the corner to Workman. Trying to get it inside to Ilderton. Backing in against Smith. Back out to Workman. Cross court to Burks. Burks with a seam from the elbow. That one's short. Collected by Doss for the Vikings. Quickly the other way to Stellato. Underneath to McVeigh, and he will lay it up and in. McVeigh with 4 in the quarter. Vikings back out on top by 2. Both teams picking up the intensity here, but nobody can get a real momentum swing here. Ilderton trying to back in, and a foul. Is that going to go on Smith? It is going to go on Parker Smith, and that is his third. Parker Smith, the leading scorer for the Vikings at 14 a game, and that is going to earn him a spot on the bench. Here with just under 2 minutes to go, Cooper Eastman will come in to replace him on the block. Cameron Burks checks out for the Generals. 3 on the way, and just a smooch off the glass for Myden Oglesby. He's got 9 in the game, and the Generals have their first lead at 23-22. Stellato tries to go into the corner, misses his man. Generals basketball. Owen Taylor, number 2 for the Generals, to inbound. Gets it into Carter Workman. Lighter press here from the Vikings as we close in on 90 seconds to go in the first half. Workman to Ilderton and fouled on the way up, and he's going to go to the line. That's going to go on Matthew Stellato. His first team's force, and we'll see Brody Ilderton go to the line. Only 2 points in this game, but now with Parker Smith on the bench for the Vikings, we'll see if they go to him underneath more often. His first free throw of the game is good. Oh, that's a 1. I marked it missed, but I shouldn't have. Bookkeeping errors. 24-22 in favor of the Generals with the second free throw to come. McVeigh checks out for the Vikings. Ilderton hits them both. He's got 4 in this ball game. And the General lead is out to 3. Eastman hung up on the elbow, trying to get rid of it. Now he'll get it out to Blake Justice. Waskey back into the game for the Vikings as well. Stellato drops it to Waskey. He tries to curl in. He's cut off. Finds a cutting Eastman underneath, and the layup won't go. Winfield pushing back the other way. Quick 3 from Taylor is off the mark. Workman collects it. He'll go high off glass. That won't go. And we've got a foul underneath. I believe that's going to go on Stellato. And it will be his second. Team's 5th in the quarter. And that's going to put Brody Ilderton on the line to shoot the bonus. It's 3 in a row for Ilderton. 6'4" junior. 3 of 3 from the stripe. Maker 4. 6 points all here in the second quarter as the Winfield lead is stretched out to 5. Blake Justice working against Ilderton out top. Picks up his dribble. Now he'll drop it to Doss. Doss has it poked away by Workman. Loose ball comes out by Ilderton. He'll lob it ahead to Owen Jones. Jones waits for the Cavalry to arrive, and they'll set up the offense out top with Oglesby. Taylor in the corner. He's going to try the baseline. Little up and under, and he gets that one to go. Oh, and Taylor's got 5 in the quarter. Heave at the buzzer is no good, and that's how the half will end with the Winfield Generals going on a run from 8 down to start this game to up 7 at the break, 29-22. I'll try and do some math and get you some scoring when we come back after this timeout. We're at the half on HD Media Game Day.
Bowtie Mike here, reminding you that Cardinal Chevrolet is your destination for all things automotive. We offer a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, a full-service collision center, parts and service departments, plus up to 125% of KBB for your trade. Stop by for a no-obligation appraisal. We make the deals that nobody can match because it's got the Bowtie guarantee. Hurry in. CardinalChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Sometimes the people we love won't say they're hurting, but we see it anyway. Now's the time to get help from trusted professionals who've cared for families like yours for decades. At Generations Physical Therapy, we make it easy. Personalized care, proven support, and a team that sees the person behind the pain. Call today or visit one of our 8 convenient locations for a simple, free consultation.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
St. Albans Windows wants to say thank you to all of our loyal customers. For 24 years in a row, you've voted us best in the Valley and best in the Tri-State. We could not have done it without you. Made right here in the Kanawha Valley, St. Albans Windows has been your source for quality built windows. Also providing doors, siding, and porch enclosures. West Virginia's premier home improvement company. Proudly serving the Tri-State for 66 years. St. Albans Windows. Call today for a free estimate. Lester Raines Honda of South Charleston has been serving this area for over 50 years. Test drive one of our many award-winning Honda vehicles today. Come in and see how Lester Raines Honda makes the difference in your shopping experience. We work out your financing so you can sit back and enjoy your new car. At Lester Raines Honda, it's not just about selling the vehicle, it's about service after the sale. Stop by or visit us online. Lester Raines Honda of South Charleston.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
At the half here in Winfield, it is the Generals on top of the visiting Ripley Vikings, 29-22. Brian Guthrie and the HG Media Game Day crew here running down scoring from the first half. First off, for Winfield, leading the way, Myden Oglesby has 3 3-pointers, 1 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter. He's got 9. Carter Workman with 6 points, all in the first quarter. Brody Ilderton with 6 points, all in the second quarter. Owen Taylor with 5 in the second quarter, and Cameron Burks with 3 in the second quarter to get them 29. For the Ripley Vikings, led by Kyler Doss, who ended up with 6, again, all in the first quarter. Parker Smith has 5, all in the first quarter. 4 points for Brady McVeigh, all in the second. Matthew Stellato has 3, all in the first. Creed Waskey with 2 in the first, and Caleb Parsons with 2 in the second, and that's how we get to 22. Again, an 8-0 lead. I feel like I'm hammering that, but it was an impressive lead Ripley jumped out to, and then once Winfield got it back to square at 20, a 9-2 run from that point gets them out to the lead that they sit at right now. I mentioned at the Open that both of these teams getting very busy here with the weather delays and everything. First of 3 games this week for the Winfield Generals. Tomorrow they are back here again against Hurricane. Then on Friday the 13th at Nitro. And it doesn't get any better into next week. The 17th against Logan, the 18th at Man, and the 20th at versus Point Pleasant. Ripley in the same boat as they have tonight against Winfield, tonight at Winfield. The 11th, they're at the shootout at West Virginia State. Then the 13th against Nicholas County, the 14th at Point Pleasant, the 17th with Parkersburg, the 19th with John Marshall, and everybody just stacked these games in to get them all in before the playoffs start here at the end of the season. But we've got a good one going for you so far, 29-22. Winfield leads Ripley at the half. We'll take a timeout and get you back here for third quarter action here on HG Media Game Day.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100. Or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. You drive, you text, you pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
Bowtie Mike here, reminding you that Cardinal Chevrolet is your destination for all things automotive. We offer a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, a full-service collision center, parts and service departments, plus up to 125% of KBB for your trade. Stop by for a no-obligation appraisal. We make the deals that nobody can match because it's got the Bowtie guarantee. Hurry in. CardinalChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Sometimes the people we love won't say they're hurting, but we see it anyway. Now's the time to get help from trusted professionals who've cared for families like yours for decades. At Generations Physical Therapy, we make it easy. Personalized care, proven support, and a team that sees the person behind the pain. Call today or visit one of our 8 convenient locations for a simple, free consultation.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
St. Albans Windows wants to say thank you to all of our loyal customers. For 24 years in a row, you've voted us best in the Valley and best in the Tri-State. We could not have done it without you. Made right here in the Kanawha Valley, St. Albans Windows has been your source for quality built windows. Also providing doors, siding, and porch enclosures. West Virginia's premier home improvement company. Proudly serving the Tri-State for 66 years. St. Albans Windows. Call today for a free estimate.
Back at Winfield High School, where the Generals lead the Ripley Vikings 29-22 here at the half. My name is Brian Guthrie. Appreciate you being along for the ride. Thank you to everybody watching HG Media Game Day on YouTube. If you enjoy watching great games like this one, please take a moment, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to shout out your favorite player in the chat. Remember, your support makes it possible for HG Media to continue bringing the best high school sports games direct to you wherever you are. And a fantastic atmosphere here at Winfield High School. We would be remiss if we didn't mention, all the players wearing purple headbands, the cheerleaders with the purple ribbons in their hair. That is in support of Tyler Lockery, the junior basketball player who was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. Hashtag Ty Strong has been the motto of the school and the community, and as they raise money for the Lockery family, they mentioned that the Ripley community made a fantastic donation to the Lockery family as well, as some things are bigger than sports. So use the hashtag Ty Strong, and our support is always with the Lockery family. So we get ready for the second half here. It's 29-22. See if the Vikings can come up with an adjustment here, as the momentum definitely swung towards Winfield, as both teams were trying to get some footing in the second quarter. Winfield got it and has not let go of it since they had this game. They got it back knotted up at 20 apiece and have had it since. So we'll see if the Vikings can adjust. 11-3 are the Vikings, 10-2 are the Generals. Both these teams, again, with legit aspirations at the AAA crown this year. This is a great measuring stick to see where they are at this point of the season. And again, this is the first of what is going to be just a grueling run to the end of the season, as the weather is just messed up everything. Basketball season may run till May. Time we get everything made up. 5 on the floor for the Winfield Generals. We've got 23, Owen Jones. We've got number 1, Myden Oglesby. We've got 55, Brody Ilderton. We've got 13, Carter Workman. And 2, Owen Taylor. For Ripley, number 4, Kyler Doss. Number 1, Brady McVeigh. Number 14, Parker Smith. He's got 3 fouls. Number 20, Blake Justice. And number 0, Matthew Stellato. He's got the basketball out top. Now we'll go to Smith. To a curling Stellato, tries to give and go, and that is going to be a kick underneath. Stellato fires it out top, and that is going to be picked up in the backcourt by Doss. Heads up play by him to let it go before getting it. Parker Smith, 5 points all in the first quarter, but 3 fouls, and he is a big presence on the floor for the Vikings, but he had to sit out a lot of the second quarter. Here's a 3 from Doss. That is off the mark, but rebound by Stellato out to Smith. Thought about it. Gives it back to Stellato. Now he's going to try and set a screen. And pass is going to be knocked away by Oglesby. Pull up from the corner is going to take forever, but finally go down for Oglesby. He's got 11, the first General into double figures tonight. And the lead is 9. 3 on the way. No good for Justice. Rebound Smith. Back up is McVeigh. That one is off the mark. Knocked out of bounds. Goes to Winfield, and Ripley all of a sudden cannot buy a basket. Went cold from deep. They shot a lot of threes in the first quarter. Hit a few of them. It seems like nothing in the second quarter wanted to go. Pressure from the Vikings. Generals get it into the front court. Taylor up and under. Layup won't go. Rebound Jones. His putback won't go. Rebound Smith for the Vikings. McVeigh quickly back the other way. Nice drop pass underneath. Layup's not there. Vikings keep it. McVeigh will take it himself for 3, and he hits it. Brady McVeigh, the only Viking to score in the second quarter, has 3 here in the third quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Ripley. For a limited time only, we've got a special offer just for sports fans. Right now, you can get a sports-only digital subscription to the Charleston Gazette-Mail for only $3.99 for 3 months. That's right, just $3.99. You'll get access to all of our game recaps, in-depth feature stories, exclusive coverage of the Mountaineers and Thundering Herd, the e-edition of the newspaper, and more. To access this incredible deal, check out the links in the description. Second timeout called by the Vikings. 6:22 here in the third. Again, I thought I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Caleb Parsons scored in the second quarter, so Ripley only had 6 points in the second quarter. But McVeigh hits the three to get him on the board here in the third and get the lead back down to 6. They'll go with full court pressure again. Generals get it in. Ilderton back to Owen Taylor. He'll fire it ahead to the midcourt stripe. Generals get it into the front court. Oglesby into the corner to Jones. Back out top. Nice ball fake by Taylor, and he will lay it up and in. Owen Taylor has 7 points tonight. McVeigh with Jones in his grill. Now the Vikings will reset it back out top. Stellato between the circles. Here's Stellato for three. That is too strong. And Ilderton will track it down in the corner. Smith in his face, trying to find some room. Got to get rid of the basketball. Clock's ticking. Crowd wants a 10 count, and there it is. Great job on defense by the Vikings. Getting Winfield pinned in the backcourt. And another unforced error from the Generals. Brady McVeigh will inbound into Matthew Stellato. He'll get the offense moving here as we close in on 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Picked up by Jones. Jones is going after that basketball. Something fierce. Justice now back to Smith. McVeigh will curl in. Out into the corner to Doss. Three is on the way, and now the Vikings are starting to find their range again from long distance. Leads down to 5. Vikings with the press. Inbounded to Oglesby. Back over to Taylor. To Oglesby. And he's going to be called for a travel. Thought about a shot, thought about a pass, and ended up dragging his pivot foot. Carter Workman's going to sit down for the Generals, and Cameron Burks back in for the green and white. Another turnover. And the Vikings are starting to find their footing here in the third quarter, down now 5. McVeigh's pass is picked off by Oglesby. Coach Tarr calling the play from the sideline. Oglesby signals it in. Works it around to Jones. In the corner to Burks. Burks will curl in at the elbow. Floater will go. Cameron Burks has 5 points tonight. Blake Justice had a free lane. We'll kick it back out to Smith. That three is off the mark. Rebounded Owen Taylor. Jones into the front court. Fires underneath to Ilderton. Nice pass, and he will lay it up and in. Junior Brody Ilderton has 8. Lead back out to 9. Quick shot from the Vikings is off the mark. Crazy rebound comes out to McVeigh. That one is off the mark. Knocked back out top. 3 on the way. That one is short. Ball knocked around into the Ripley bench, and it will be Winfield ball. Vikings got about 3 good shots at it, but nothing falling right there. Stellato will check out, and we'll see Creed Waskey back in. Inbounded to Burks. Waskey is in his back pocket. Give and go with Ilderton. 3 from the corner from Taylor is good. right in front of the Winfield student section. And the lead is out to 12. Smith drops it to Waski. He'll try to drive in against Burks. Lost the handle. Back out top to Smith. Smith working with 3 fouls to a cutting McVeigh underneath. Nice pass. Ilderson will knock it out of bounds. Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. 3:03 on a stop clock here after the block shot. Winfield's going to get a substitution in as Taylor will come out. Carter Workman will come back in. All right, all set. You good? Yep, we're good. All right, let's go. McVeigh to trigger it in underneath his own basket. Out to Waski in the lane, picks up his dribble, now throws it back out to Doss. Back to Waski. Looking for somewhere to go, has it knocked away by Jones. Jones leads the 3-on-3 break, takes it himself. Not there, but his putback is good. Owen Jones, that's his first bucket of the game. Comes with 2:43 left here in the third quarter. He has played a heck of a game, but that's his first basket. Smith will drive in, has the matchup, but knocked away by Burks, and Burks slays it up and in. And Coach Mullins for Ripley has seen enough. Timeout Vikings will take it with them. 44-28. Winfield expands the lead here on HD Media Game Day.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
HD Media Game Day brings you more than just live coverage of the Kanawha Valley's best basketball matchups. We also have exclusive in-depth conversations with the area's top high school and college coaches and players. Visit the HD Media Game Day YouTube channel today and see the latest episodes of Coach's Corner and 84 Feet, hosted by award-winning sports reporter Taylor Kennedy. Good stuff there on our YouTube channel as Coach Derek Mullins for the Ripley Vikings has seen this one kind of get away from him here. Now 44-28. This third quarter started pretty well for the Vikings, and now Winfield has come alive here to open this up a little bit. Worth pointing out that Ripley is down to their last 2 timeouts. It'll be Viking basketball as they go the length of the floor. Kyler Doss to inbound for the Vikings, and Matthew Stellato will jog it up the floor. Stellato tries baseline, not there. He'll kick it out to Justice, back out top to Smith. They'll run that curl to McVeigh, but knocked away by Ilderton. Collected back by Doss. Ripley keeps the basketball. Doss goes in hard. Knocked away, but he'll go to the line, and we'll see our first foul of the third quarter here with 2:04 left. That'll go on Brody Ilderton, only his second, team's first of the third quarter. And we'll see Kyler Doss go to the stripe for Ripley. First free throws of the game for the Ripley Vikings here. Hits the first one. That's 10 points for Doss, trying to make it 11. And he does. 11 points for Doss. Lead down to 14. Full court pressure from the Vikings. Generals will work it around. 4 men touch the basketball to get it into the front court. Underneath to Workman. Out to Taylor. He'll fire a contested 3 and sticks it in the rim. Oh, McVeigh made it worse. He went up to get it. Jammed it in there a little bit more, and the broom guy to the rescue. Oh, Big E. Taking care of it. It's hard to do, by the way. If you stood there and shot that 100 times, trying to do it, you'd be lucky to do it. You got it in game action. Here's Oglesby for three from the top of the key. It's off the mark. Rebound for McVeigh and Ripley. 14-point Winfield lead. And knocked away stays with Ripley. Right in front of the Viking bench. McVeigh to inbound with Burks in his face, and he'll drop it in. Stellato trying to get some space. He will curl around to the elbow, back out to McVeigh. Justice trying to find some space, and a whistle. And Myden Oglesby is going to pick up his second foul, team second, away from the basketball. Vikings working, trying to get a good shot here. For being maybe a little impatient with the basketball earlier. Justice to Smith. There's Stellato for three from the corner, and that will hit everything but the bottom of the net, and Ilderton collects it. Burks sprints up the floor. Tries to get it to Taylor in the corner, but knocked away. It'll stay with the Generals. We'll see Creed Waski check back in for the Vikings. Matthew Stellato will head to the chairs. Or no, check that. It'll now be Blake Justice to have a seat. 44-30, under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Long three from Taylor is off the mark. Rebound for Smith. McVeigh quickly up the floor. They go to Doss. Doss, runner in the lane, won't go. Collected by Oglesby. Taylor drives in. Up and under, nice move. Oh, and Taylor gets that one to go. He's got 7 in the quarter and 12 now in the game. Stellato got his man in the air, got a shot off, but it's no good. And 17 seconds left in the quarter. Winfield going to try for a last shot here. Down to 10. Coach Tarr over there saying, let's go. Give and go with Ilderson. And he is going to be fouled with just under a second on the clock. Ilderson sets the screen. Will pick and roll. And he will go to the line for the third time tonight. That foul is going to go on Stellato. That is his third. Ilderson 4 of 4 from the stripe tonight. Maker 5. He's got 9 in the game. Make it 10. And he from the other end will miss everything, and we'll go to the fourth quarter with the Generals with a commanding lead now 48-30 over Ripley. You're watching high school basketball on HD Media Game Day.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owns doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
A 19-8 third quarter for the Winfield Generals extends their lead out to 48-30 as we go to the fourth. A battle of top-ranked AAA teams. Somebody's going to have a lot of momentum going into what's going to be a very busy rest of February, packing in games that have been missed over the last couple of weeks. Here's Waske. He'll go high off glass, and that's good. Waske only his second basket of the game. Scored in the first quarter, now in the fourth. Press from the Vikings, trying to get back in this. Here's Carter Workman into the front court for the Generals. Almost has it knocked away, but gets it over to Oglesby. He's got the long two. That is too strong. Loose basketball picked up underneath by the Vikings, but immediately turned back over as Justice steps on the sideline. And a technical foul has been called on Creed Waske. He comes up holding his arm. I didn't see what happened. As the official will have a word with Ripley's Coach Mullins. Owen Taylor will go to the line to shoot the technical freebies and misses the first. Taylor with 12 points in this game has led the scoring, even though he didn't score in the first quarter at all. Hits the second one. And the Generals will also get possession of the basketball. Waske out of the game after the technical foul. Again, I didn't see what had happened, but the official was right there on top of it. Ilderton at the elbow. Underneath to Burks. Back out top to Taylor. Burks on the wing. Trying to work it underneath to Ilderton. Pounding it underneath against Smith, and Smith is going to probably, if that's on him, nope, they're going to call it on zero. They'll call it on Stellato. That is his fourth. It's either on Stellato for his fourth or Parker Smith for his fourth, but that's going to put Ilderton at the line to shoot two more. 6 for 6 from the line. There, I got him. We knew the broadcaster jinx was coming at some point, right? 6 for 7. I'm not going to be on the hook for that, right? Hit the second half. There we go. So that wasn't me. 11 points for Brody Ilderton. And the lead is 18. Stellato to Justice. Justice for three. That one is in and out, no good. One and done for the Vikings. Oglesby trying to go to Ilderton on the other end of the floor. Saved. Out to Workman. Now Taylor. Fantastic ball movement from the Generals. And Workman will clean it up and put it back in. His first bucket since the first quarter. And timeout Ripley. At 52-32, a 20-point lead for the Winfield Generals. And again, I have beat this horse to death. It was 8-0 to start this game. If Winfield had not had an abysmal first quarter, I don't know what would have happened. Hey, HD Media is live streaming dozens of high school basketball games this year as teams battle for playoff positioning. We're at Capitol as the Cougars take on the St. Albans Red Dragons. Then Wednesday, a girls showdown between the Hurricane Lady Redskins and the Tug Valley Lady Panthers. Remember, all HG Media games are free, and they're only on hgmediagameday.com and YouTube. We appreciate everybody that is here watching with us on YouTube on the HG Media Game Day page. If you want to throw a comment in the chat, cheer on your team. If you're a Generals fan, you're liking what this looks like right now. As the Generals at 10-2, looking good in this one, up 20 with 6:35 to go. They're going to need all the momentum they can get. They'll be back here tomorrow night against Hurricane. Vikings working it around, trying to get a good shot. Again, the threes, they just went cold all of a sudden. There's Parker Smith banging down low with Ilderton, trying to find some room. Here comes the double team. He'll drop it to McVeigh. Burks was all up in that one. No whistle. And Burks on the other end gets rewarded, but the layup is not there. Doss back the other way. Stellato for three. Off the mark. Ilderton collects that one. And Workman is going to be fouled in the backcourt, and I believe that's going to be on Parker Smith. And that'll be his fourth. Winfield will have to come the length of the floor again after the foul. Oglesby has checked out, and Owen Jones is back in as we've got another whistle. And Brody Ilderton will be called with an offensive foul. That'll be his third, team's first. A 20-point Winfield lead. McVeigh to inbound for Ripley in front of their bench. Into Smith. Goes in against Ilderton. Wants to go up with it. Back out with McVeigh for three. Too strong. Burks cleans it up. He'll lob it ahead to Workman. Workman into the corner to Taylor. Three on the way is good for Owen Taylor. He's got 16 and is leading the way for the Generals tonight. His third three-pointer of this game. Nice roll pass underneath to Parker Smith. His first bucket since the first quarter. He's got 7. Jones will drive baseline. Out to Burks, but he stepped on the baseline before he could get rid of it, and it's a turnover in favor of Ripley. Again, Parker Smith comes into this game averaging 14 a game. He only has 7, and again, did not score in the second or third quarters. Had some foul problems and had to be a spectator for a good little while. Doss for three, and he will drain that one. His third triple of the night. 14 points for Kyler Doss. Generals trying to get it out of the backcourt, and they will get it ahead. Burks into the corner to Taylor. He'll fire a three from that side, and it's good. A fourth three-pointer from Owen Taylor. 19 points for him. Smith underneath is going to get fouled as a couple of Generals came in, especially Owen Taylor came flying in, thought Smith was going to go up with it, and landed on top of him. That foul is going to go on. They'll give it to Carter Workman, but Owen Taylor got the worst of that one. He's going to check out, and Oglesby will check back in. Workman will also check out, and we'll see Toby Smith, number 5, check in for the first time tonight for the Generals. 58-37, Winfield on top of Ripley as we close in on 4 minutes to go. 3 on the way from Parsons is off the mark. Ilderton. If he hasn't played the whole way, he's been awful close for Winfield. Burks shaking and baking in the backcourt, finally into the front court. Finds Jones along the baseline, and another steal from Ripley. Fired to the other end for Doss. Back out to McVeigh for 3. That's off the mark. Slapped away, out of bounds, stays with the Vikings. Taylor will check in, and now we'll see Brody Ilderton check out of this game. Ilderton checks out with 11 points. McVeigh skies for the rebound, can't get it. Back in bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Winfield basketball. Owen Taylor to inbound. Into Toby Smith. Smith quickly into the front court. Met by a couple of Vikings. Gets it over to Jones. They'll work it all the way around the circle to Oglesby. Into the corner to Smith. Had a hitch in his giddy up there, but misses the three. And then pass knocked away by Blake Justice for Ripley. And now a whistle. And that is going to go on Cameron Burks, his second. Third for the team here in the fourth quarter. With 3:20 to go. And Stellato lost the basketball. Generals pushing up the floor. Not really taking their foot off the gas here much. Working it around the circle. Now Burks and Oglesby out top. Round to Taylor. Back to Burks. He'll drive in. Jumper from the elbow. In and out, no good. Rebound McVeigh. Quickly back up the floor. Tries to hit a cutting Parsons under the basket, but he wasn't looking for it. Toby Smith back the other way. Lost it out of bounds. Had it knocked away from behind him and into the Generals cheerleaders. We will see number 2, Jagger Melhorn, check in for the first time for the Vikings as Stellato may be done here. Toby Smith back out. Ilderton back in. We'll see McVeigh out for Ripley and Doss back in for the Vikings. Did somebody call timeout? I don't know what's going on. We're doing subs. Not real sure what happened. Go! All right, so we've got maybe some problems with substitutions over on the Winfield side of the floor. Oh, it might be a bloody lip kind of issue. All right. It's like wrestling. You get a little blood time. 58-37 with 2:41 to go. Winfield basketball. Oglesby. Into Burks. Ilderton back in. And Ilderton says, slow it up, call the play. Run the old number 3. Ilderton's going to back it into the block, back out to Oglesby. He will drive in, go off glass, and good. 13 points for Myden Oglesby. And a technical foul is going to be called on Oglesby after the basket. So technicals for each team tonight. Going to the line is Blake Justice for the Vikings, and he badly misses the first one. And you may have noticed from the Winfield student section, they noticed. Misses the second one. So Winfield is going to avenge their loss at Ripley from back in January. A 2-point loss to the Vikings on the road. It's going to be avenged with right now, a 20-plus point win at home. Foul is going to go on Oglesby's going to pick up his 4th. That is the 15th foul, and that put Justice at the line again, and he'll get first free throw to go. And Oglesby will head to the seats. Owen Taylor is in the game. Looks like Toby Smith back into the game. Justice misses the second. Vikings keep the basketball. Justice looking for some room. Has it knocked away by Burks. Goes off the Vikings and will go with Winfield. And that will do it for Blake Justice. He will check out, and we'll see Kingston Hissam Smith, number 3, check in for Ripley for the first time tonight. Lob into Owen Jones. He'll go off glass and good. 4 points for Owen Jones tonight. Vikings into the front court. Hissam Smith over to Melhorn. Now Doss, he will curl into the basket. Layup won't go, but a whistle. 900 fouls called here in the fourth quarter. That'll be free throws for Kyler Doss. Doss 2 of 2 from the stripe tonight, now 3 of 3. As the foul is going to be called on Owen Jones, that is his third. Taylor will check out, and we'll see Landon Kimbrough in for the first time for the Generals. Doss's second shot, no good. Rebound, Ilderton. Minute 20 left in this one. Jones dumps it to Ilderton, and he will lay it up and in. 13 points tonight for Brody Ilderton, the Winfield Generals. Owen Taylor has led the way for the Generals with 19 points. Is that going to be our first tie-up? Yep, first tie-up. Held ball. Arrow goes with the Generals. And we'll see Burks check out. We'll see Ilderton check out. And into the game, number 30, Drew Estes. And number 15, Cody Green. Timeout called. Timeout called by Winfield. Their second timeout of the game with just under a minute left in the game. 64-39. Winfield going to run their record to 11-2. Again, thanks for everybody that has been watching on the HD Media Game Day YouTube channel. If you enjoy watching great games like this one, take a moment, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us in the chat. Remember, your support makes it possible for HD Media to continue bringing you the best high school sports games direct to you wherever you are. We've got Capital and St. Albans later this week, Wednesday. A girls game, Hurricane and Tug Valley. All the HD Media games are free at hdmediagameday.com and on YouTube. 64-39. It is a 25-point lead for the Winfield Generals with a minute to go in the game. We'll see Ranger Parsons, number 40, in the game. Toby Smith, number 5. Number 15 is Cody Green. 34 is Landon Kimbrough. And the other General is number 30, Drew Estes. Run out the last minute of this game. Again, only one of Winfield's losses was at Ripley. They got that back and then some. Both these teams busy over the next few weeks. 3 games just in this week for Ripley, or 3 games this week for Winfield, 4 games this week for Ripley. You're almost playing every night at this point. Last 15 seconds of this ball game. Owen Taylor going to lead the way for the Vikings with 19 points. Kyler Doss leading the way for Ripley with 15. waning moments of this game as the final few seconds tick down, and there's your buzzer, and there's your final. It's going to be Winfield 64, Ripley 39. After an atrocious first quarter from the Winfield Generals, they come back in a big way and absolutely storm over the Vikings. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here this evening on HD Media Game Day. For the entire HD Media Game Day crew, my name is Brian Guthrie. Thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road. Make sure you're watching us on YouTube. Good night, everybody.